Hi guys, Mr. Mountain Dew here with the first instalment of my Football Manager 2012 Pentagon Challenge. This is the first video on YouTube, and I've decided that I'm going to do some commentary just in a few games for you before I actually do any vlogging. There's a section later on where I'll talk a bit more about the channel and myself, but for now I'll just get on with this commentary. Right, as you'll see in a minute, I've pre-chosen the list of countries that I'm going to use. It's coming up in a minute. It takes a long time to load on my laptop. Come on. Right, there you are. I've avoided the main leagues in Europe, obviously France, Germany, Italy and Spain. I have chosen England, but as you'll see on the next page, I've picked view only, so I can't manage in it. On the next page I'm just going to be going through each of the leagues and making sure I've got the bottom league ticked, so I've got more options to play around with. I've chosen a large database size and I've got all the options ticked, including disable player attribute masking. If you enable that, it'll be really hard for you to play the game without struggling, especially on one of these type of games. Right, a bit about myself, because I will skip this section, but because it's loading I thought I'll have a quick talk about the channel and myself. I'm Oliver, 20 years old, and I'm currently at university studying business and IT. I love gaming, I have done all my life. There's loads of different type of games I like. Platforming, racing games, shooting games, but my favourites are RPGs. I've always been a big fan of Final Fantasy and the likes of Japanese ones like Golden Sun and stuff like that. I also like simulation games such as The Sims and Championship Manager and Football Manager, which is why I've decided to do a commentary for this. I also like music, any type of music other than New Monkey or Wigan Pier. I don't really like that kind of music, it's a bit crap and shit really. I also like Mountain Dew Energy, hence the channel name, and it rhymes. My second name's Dew, not rhymes, but it works well with it. The channel is going to consist of game commentaries, especially this Football Manager Pentagon Challenge, but I've got an emulator for different like PlayStation and Game Boy and DS games, which will be quite retro, so I'll go through some of them as well. I'll also have vlogs on, but not at the minute. I'll do a few of these first, and then start on the vlogs, which will just be about anything really. Anyway, I'll just skip the rest of this video for the loading section, because it takes about 8 minutes on my laptop. It's really slow. Right, and we're back. Here you can see that I've already put in the details of my manager, just for speed really, just as quickness and to reduce the video size. Always start unemployed. You don't get a team straight away. Right, this is the home page. As you'll see, I'll go and check my news, which the only one is the subscriptions. I don't really care about subscriptions really. It just clogs up my inbox. It's a bit annoying. I don't manage them or anything. I'll go down to the job centre, which is where I'll apply for the first job. I'll filter out all jobs except for the actual manager. There's no point applying for a fitness coach because you can't. And then you'll see that there is a host of teams looking for managers. I think about 22, I'm not 100% sure. Quite a few from Brazil and South Africa. I will apply to all of them and see which ones I get back. In the next section, I'll just be flicking through each of these news things, because they're just exactly the same. Even worded exactly the same, just with the team name. I'll continue and see how many job offers I get. Takes forever on my laptop. Right, as you can see, I can't quite see, I think that was 16, I'm not 100% sure. Here I'm just going through each of the jobs that I've got and rejecting any that has a higher current wage bill than the wage budget, because I don't want to spend my first few weeks and months trying to reduce the wage bill when I'd rather be trying to win games and winning the Champions Leagues. For everyone who doesn't know about the Pentagon Challenge, it's where you have to try and win the 5 Champions Leagues in each of the continents that you can am managing, except for Oceania, because you can't manage any teams in Australia. Here I am, I've picked 3 that look okay. First one's Santo Andre, which is in Brazil. I'll just have a look at each of the teams. What I don't really like is that when you haven't become the manager of a team yet, you can't see the full positions for each player. So what you think is just a central defender might be a defensive midfielder or a right defender as well. So it's quite hard to judge which team has the best players. Having said that, I've heard both Argentina and Brazil, well, South America in general, is really hard to manage in, first of all. And the only other team that I have got is Gangneung, which is in South Korea, which I have played as before. Managed to get the Korea FA Cup and the Korean N-League Cup in my second full season, and then finished 3rd in my group in the Champions League. For a team which is not even in the top division, I think it's really good. But as you can see there, the team is small compared to the other two, and it doesn't look like there's that many good players. But that's the challenge, getting rid of some of the deadwood and getting some good players in. As you'll see, I'll reject Santo Andre and Gymnastic, and I will go through and manage Gangneung, just making sure there that I am making the right decision. I mean, the budget for gymnastic, I thought it was gymnastics, gymnasia. The budget is really good, and the wage budget is okay, but the transfer budget is really good. But as I said, the Gangneung is easier to manage. I mean, the wage that I'm getting offered there isn't the best, but I thought I'd take it anyway. And there we are. I am now the manager of Gangneung City. In my next video, I will show you, because there's no pre-season, because I've started in the time that England starts, I'm actually halfway through the season here, so I'll just show you some of the signings I've got, and I'll see if there's any games that I've played and how well I've done. I'll show you the tactics and training that I've got going, and hopefully when you next see us, I'll have won a few games. I mean, when I first did it, I didn't win. I won 1 in 16, and I thought I was going to get sacked. So hopefully this time you'll be better. Anyway, hope to see you next time, and enjoy the rest of your day.